Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be the finale of Mass Effect 2. Today, we're going to get our final character recruited, and we're going to do the final loyalty mission. It's time to collect the Reaper IFF. This mission has you going up against legions and legions of husks and almost nothing else.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as gas.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the hurricane, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Smells bad. There's blood, but something's wrong with it.
The fact that it's rotten.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for Shrimpsley's work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them that it's mere nerves, a superstitious reaction to what this hulk represents. The corpse of a vast ancient life form. Privately, I can't deny the atmosphere. The angles of the walls seem to press down on you. I find myself clenching my teeth.
And of course we get an indoctrination codex update right after that. As if to tell you what's happening from the moment they got on here.
We finished cataloging specimens A203 to B016. No evidence of active nanotechnology noted. Dr. Chandana believes they would have decayed over the last 37 million years. There's not enough data to support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chandana has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
That's a little disturbing.
Normandy to shore party.
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
We are trapped.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can.
Damn
Stand
right
by.
it is.
Aye, aye.
Welcome
Good
to
hunting.
Joker.
What a mess. Anyone else hungry?
I love how he sees this and is like, huh, you know, I want some food now. Grunt, you're a messed up individual.
Married? You never mentioned that.
Katie had anger management issues. When my brother got married, the best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps.
What? Katie's my wife. I must have told you this story.
No, I know my wife. I remember that day was the only time I saw her wear stockings.
This place affected their minds.
No shit, Samara. Now tell me something I don't know. Okay.
Hostiles.
Nothing
No,
can happen.
Grunt. Grunt, no. Grunt, do not take cover next to the bomb.
Made contact. Will do.
So, you want to take 2 squad mates into this fight who, A, have medium to close range hardware for their guns, and B, have either incendiary technology
One that neutralized.
or the biotic powers that are specifically pull and throw. I brought
Death may
Grunt
be
because he's a
tough
super
things.
tank.
I suppose this confirms a Reaper origin.
I brought Samara because she has pull and throw, and I have barely used her throughout the entire campaign. God damn it, Grunt, why did you sit next to the bomb?
Heads up.
Grunt is just a little suicidal. I apologize. I really don't know what to say about Grunt. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Thank you, Samara. By the way, if you're playing as a infiltrator like I am, Incineration Tech is your best friend, because it's pretty much the only power Shepard has as an infiltrator that's actually good at dealing with these husks and abominations.
Engaging.
Also, that's why you take Throw Field. If the husks group up enough, you can just immediately wipe them out. They don't spawn randomly. It's 1 in the afternoon. Because I'm off today, and I need to get my stream out of the way early so that I can take my girlfriend to lunch. Why do you think?
Third day with this headache. You'd think Chandana would have let me have a few hours off. God damn! What? That thing, that just gray thing, it disappeared when I looked straight at it. It came out of the damn wall. Where we took off that panel.
I ain't omnipotent. Well, that's a fair argument.
Down. I'm telling you, this ship isn't dead. It knows we're inside it.
Calm down. Now I'm getting a headache.
Gunfire.
Although this isn't really an argument quite so much as me being a
The
jackass
shooter
about
could be part of the service
answering you.
team. We should make contact.
So yeah, somebody just sniped those husks, and they were actually a pretty good frickin' sniper. So I'm gonna show you why you don't really try to snipe husks. Yeah, that's why.
Understood.
Damn! I think she got 2 in that one. Hi. Yeah, these guys are surprisingly resilient to sniper rifle gunfire. For reasons I legitimately cannot discern. Whenever a Scion appears, you need to prioritize killing the Scion before you kill the husks. And this is also why I brought Grunt, because you'll notice that Grunt is just kind of tanking this, and Samara didn't.
you'll fry.
Grunt is the greatest tank out of your entire squad in this game. Scions are both annoying and easy somehow. Yeah, that's actually really true in a lot of bizarre ways, and a lot of it comes down to the way they're designed. The cannon that they fire on their arms is not actually a cannon, it's a biotic shockwave generator. It fires biotic shockwaves. And you will notice that if you ever have a character that uses biotic shockwave, or you use it yourself, and
This might be useful.
you activate biotic shockwave to kill something.
Chandana said the ship was dead. We trusted him. He was right. But even a dead god can dream. A god, a real god, is a verb. Not some old man with magic powers. It's a force. It warps reality just by being there. It doesn't have to want to. It doesn't have to think about it. It just does. That's what Chandana didn't get. Not until it was too late. The god's mind is gone, but it still dreams. He knows now. He's tuned in on our dream. If I close my eyes, I can feel him. I can feel every one of us.
Dude, chill. Get some... Get... Oh, Jesus. Sorry, folks. That's my frickin' smoke alarm. Hold on. This is what I get for cooking bacon in the morning. Okay, shut up. Thank God. I thought I was gonna have to get up and go do something about it. Oops, I accidentally turned on my cryo ammo, which is not good. Because my cryo ammo sucks. And it only sucks because it's tier 1. It's the age-old trouble fire alarms. Yeah. So the way that Scions work is they're an armored enemy. So they basically have an armored system for a health bar. So you have to shoot them with armor-piercing weapons to kill them relatively quickly. Their biotic shockwave attack goes through cover. So you can take cover here and it won't matter because you will just get blasted through it anyway. By the way, if you come over quickly enough, you can see the maintenance catwalk that was used to snipe those husks from back there. If you move fast enough, you can actually see the sniper. And I'm being vague on purpose because I don't want to spoil who it is for anybody who doesn't know. But you can be in cover and their cannon still hits you, and it doesn't matter how strong your shields are. When that Scion's cannon hits you, it breaks your shields instantly, or your biotic barrier, regardless of which one you use. Lastly, and this is kind of the most important problem that you're going to have, is the thing about Scions is after they break your shields, the next hit from that cannon cuts your HP in half. And then the third hit kills you.
Shepard Commander.
A Geth that speaks English?
Geth talk. Since it knows you, tell it I don't need its help.
I have never heard a Geth acting alone.
Trouble!
One down. Agreed.
Geth talk. Since it knows you, tell it I don't need its help. I'm sorry. That's the best reaction. Grunt has all the best reactions to shit. Yeah, he shot 2 husks that snuck up on me, which, in a way, kind of saved me. I'm an infiltrator, so I could have just cloaked and then beat the shit out of them, but... Well, I guess there's a number of ways that, depending on your class, you could solve that problem, but still... Like, that implies you have a rough idea something is sneaking up on you. Thank you. Oh, dear God, that's a lot of husks. Grunt, get down there. Samara, get up here. Samara, you fool! What are you doing? You are not the tank! Samara! Stop trying to tank! You're not the tank! Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, that's a problem. And it takes a while for your shields to regenerate and your health after a Scion hits you. Ugh. Wow. I don't know how I lived through that. He just didn't fire. He could have killed me. Ugh. Another best boy. Yeah, like, Garrison Grunts are the Gimli and the Legolas of this game, I swear to God. That's a Lord of the Rings reference for any Philistine out there who has somehow not seen Lord of the Rings. If you haven't seen the original Lord of the Rings, go watch it. Don't watch Rings of Power, that's garbage. I'm not going to get into it, I'm just going to say don't watch it.
Enemy.
Watch the originals. Watch the Peter Jackson movies. And there's why I don't like sniper rifles. You'll notice that the targeting reticle is so massive, you can't really hit the broad side of a fucking barn with a sniper rifle. If you don't aim down the scope. That's the one aspect of a sniper rifle I hate in this game. But yeah, if you try to use a sniper rifle, you can burn through your ammo very quickly. The husks aren't particularly resilient to sniping, but it still takes more shots than it should realistically take to bring them down.
Ahead! Moving.
Thank you. Got him. Thanks to my tactical positioning of Grunt and a well-placed incineration tech and warp field, or not warp field, throw field. You see how long your shields take to recharge after you get attacked by one of those damn things.
On it.
But yeah, if you stick Grunt in the way, he can just kind of casually eat a lot of that damage while you use your squad's powers to break the enemies down.
We can use this.
Because he regenerates like 55 HP per second, which makes him almost fucking invincible. Oh, the Ralph Bakshi ones. Oh, I forgot, that's right. Ralph Bakshi did make some. His weren't bad. I think I've seen them if they were the animated ones that you're referring to. The animated Lord of the Rings isn't bad, it's just very different. I think the Peter Jackson trilogy is probably the best trilogy of Lord of the Rings, but that's just me. In terms of like filmmaking and cinema. Oh god, the Scions killed Grunt. That's oh no. Oh, that's a problem. Samara.
On my way.
That hit me, and he fired well away from where I ended up standing. The AoE to his attack is almost completely unpredictable. Either that or it goes way further out than it has any right to. Which, in my opinion, is more than a little stupid. Oh, hi. More husks. Here, catch that with your face. Samara, darling, I appreciate your thirst for blood, but seriously, let the Krogan lead the damn squad!
Watch right.
He's built for this kind of bullshit. You're not. God damn it. Jesus Christ, woman, why? You're an Asari. Use guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
Will do.
I'm sorry, she's just not built to take frontline hits like that. Catch that with your face.
Nothing can hurt me.
Nothing can hurt me. Brunt, please don't ever say that again. There are things out there that can kill you.
Burn and die.
Brunt, you fool!
Right.
The one problem with bringing Samara is that unlike Thane, she doesn't really have an answer to Scions in her powers. Thane's answer is his warp, and it's not a bad answer.
Gear up.
Oh, Jesus, hi. There you go, Samara. You used your brain.
Affirmative.
Right.
Please stop standing right next to the spawn point, Samara. Grunt, why did you go over there? What is wrong with the AI of my teammates? Why is Samara constantly trying to get closer than she really should to the enemy?
Tear it up.
Then the ship falls into the planet.
Got it.
Then the ship falls into the planet. Yes, the ship is going to fall into the planet. We are not. Because we have the greatest pilot in the universe in Joker, who is going to get us the hell out of here. Yeah, the Peter Jackson films are like, in my opinion, the best live-action interpretations of Tolkien's work.
Where are the...
But whatever you do, don't watch War of the Rohirrim and don't watch Rings of Power. Those shows are god fucking awful. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna turn it into some big stupid rant. I don't want to. Just don't watch them. If somebody wants me to start making angry rant videos where I explain myself, fine.
Heads up.
But I don't feel like I should be going into that. I feel like I've gone into it more than I should have already in certain areas. Okay, who likes wave survival? Because guess what we're about to do for a while. I hope you brought characters that are really good at killing quickly, because if you didn't, they're going to die quickly. You are surrounded in this room on all sides, and you are going to get attacked by wave after wave after wave of husks, and the occasional abomination is going to get sprinkled in. Kill the abominations first, kill the husks second. If you have a tank character like Grunt, make sure he's the one the enemy pays the most attention to. If he is not who the enemy is paying attention to, you are going to die. If you brought Jacob, he should do fine. But if he dies, you will need to revive him. Grunt almost certainly won't die just because he's that durable, but Jacob can go down because his durability is not guaranteed. He doesn't have the regeneration factor that Grunt has. The goal is to destroy the Reaper core in there. However, its shields only get exposed every couple minutes, and you have to wipe out another wave of husks and abominations in order to be able to expose it. Do make sure that you don't get yourself surrounded by husks. The main reason I brought Samara is so her throw field can deal with the husks for me. Oh, there was another one behind me. Grunt, get over here. No, Grunt, I'm serious. Get the hell over here. There we go. You want him between you and wherever the enemy keeps choosing to come at you from.
Behind us.
Somehow her throat field didn't insta-kill that abomination.
Now you're fried! Moving to it.
On my way.
Fuck off. Fuck you.
I'll be there.
Lord of the Rings in general to be better than Game of Thrones.
Again.
Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are too different for me to even try to tell you
want
that
it?
those should be
They're
compared.
dangerous, but I can handle one.
You want it? They're dangerous, but I can.
Tally said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
Maybe a little risky, but it's just one.
We're out of time. Let's move.
Hang on, folks.
Open the port side airway.
He was holding out his SMG, but it was making the sound of a pistol.
We're clear. Go.
Reaper IFF successfully retrieved. Loss of Cerberus team on the Reaper vessel. Unfortunate but unsurprising. We'll use team's health records for comparisons against husks encountered on Reapers or on Reaper for possible insight into indoctrination and husk conversion process. 70% max health. Oh, by the way, there's the 5th shotgun damage upgrade. I missed 6,000 credits on there somewhere, but I've basically bought literally everything in the game, so it doesn't matter. I've missed well over 40,000 credits, and you can now see how little that matters.
For now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things I need in Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No, trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. Linking it with the Normandy's systems poses certain risks.
I trust you, Edie. I know you won't let anything happen to the ship.
Understood, Shepard. It may take several hours before the IFF is ready for shakedown. I will alert you as soon as it is ready.
Sounds good. Until then, it's business as usual. Crew dismissed.
I don't really feel like it's fair to compare Game of Thrones to Lord of the Rings because honestly, other than them both being medieval fantasy settings, there's nothing really to compare. Do they both include dragons? Yes. Do the dragons have any similarities to one another? Basically, no, aside from the fact that they're fire-breathing lizards. Lord of the Rings dragons are intelligent, extremely powerful, and ancient. They have magic, and the regular dragons of the other era do not, aside from their natural,
I suggest
you know, resilience to fire and their raw power. In the case of Game of Thrones is extremely dark fantasy. It's pretty much the way I've always characterized Game of Thrones, and from everyone that I've talked to about the series, my characterization isn't really far from the truth. It's basically a circle jerk of who's backstabbing who, and you watch it because it's one of the worst train wrecks in history, but my fucking god is it hilarious to bear witness to. Because you never know who's going to die, then you can walk in and there's actually a lot of I was thinking to myself, when is Seth going live? Then I remembered. I was gonna say, like, I didn't exactly hide the damn
Turning this thing back on.
signal that you got from the server. I was wondering where you were, Liz. You were just yammering on with everybody else.
Firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
It's Doc's fault. He distracted you. Okay, I'll tell him you said that. I'll watch him not care. I'm gonna let Shepard and this Geth have a proper conversation without talking over it, though. This is actually kind of interesting. Fuck no, please don't know. He doesn't... Even if I were to tell him that, he wouldn't care. Scorch is very laid back. You really don't understand. You have to piss him off quite a bit before he's no longer laid back. And making him angry isn't actually that easy. Well, it is, but
Can you understand
you have
me?
to be trying.
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
You said my name aboard the Reaper. Have we met?
We know of you.
You mean I've fought a lot of Geth?
We have never met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Old machine? You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes.
Which?
Both.
Both.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes.
Why would they attack other machines?
We are different from them, outside their plans.
So, this Geth is telling us we are all Geth, but we have not met you. Well, Tolkien can write dark stories, yes, and Lord of the Rings is a dark story, but it's not dark like Game of Thrones. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and the books in the show, or the books in the films, clearly want you to feel that. And you go through some trying darkness, but at the same time, no. Like, I can hear the stream properly now. My ears have been restored. There you go. See, you finally got your appointment and your ears have been fixed. I told you just had to wait it out. It'd be fine. But Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones have two very different feels. The lords, the nobility, the royalty, they're all scumbags. A lot of the people who are down on the ground level, they're all scumbags. A lot of the isolated different groups and pockets of civilization, they're all scumbags. Everybody is just basically assholes trying to survive the best way they can. And in some cases, they do it by making the best of shitty situations, often taking advantage of other people along the way. In Lord of the Rings, that's not really the case. Most of the time, people aren't trying to take advantage of each other so much as work together towards a greater goal in most instances. That goal being the elimination of Sauron and greater safety. Turian Taramber is one of the Tolkien. Turan Taramber. Oh, in a dark written story. And it's not to say that they're not dark, it's to say that the feel that I get from Lord of the Rings is more knights, dragons, rogues, and warriors. The feel that I get from Game of Thrones is everybody is secretly an assassin, and they're just waiting to stab somebody in the back. But anyways, what this Geth is telling us, this Geth is basically behaving as though Geth are a hive mind, because he said, we are all Geth, and we have not met you. You have fought the heretics. So there's multiple factions of Geth. We have now learned this. They don't call the Reapers Reapers, they call them the old machines. No, I haven't read most of Tolkien's work, I hate to say. No, he's not a part of that group. Rev likes to keep to himself most of the day, or most days. But I could introduce him to my friends if he ever wanted me to introduce him to the others. I'm not trying to ignore you. There's multiple good points to make right now, and I'm trying to engage them all properly. But, so this Geth has already told us a lot by only telling us very little.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
Yes, I have known him for
heretics.
years.
We oppose the old machines. Shepherd Commander opposes the old machines. Shepherd Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
The Silmarillion explains a lot of that.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
So, what this Geth has revealed is that there are almost 1,200 Geth programs inside that one Geth platform body. So inside one vessel are 1,200 individual Geth all working as a hive mind together to control it.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
You'll also notice it has a piece of my old N7 armor, and I specifically say my old N7 armor built into its chest as a field repair.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
It's the Flood, not again.
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth.
No, this guy isn't like the Flood. He's a machine. The Flood is a organic thing.
Time, the virus will change.
I don't really know how to call it.
Conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So, the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
So, the Geth believe that all life should decide its own fate. Even if that means that fate is decided through its own wars or its own violence, whatever. They don't believe in interfering with other cultures unless it's necessary for their own survival.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Legion is all the
Altered
Soviet.
programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon
Um,
is a subtle operating
it's
error
because
on
he's a
those
hive
runtimes,
mind program.
The equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
He said, like, you can say this doesn't make sense, but what he just said actually makes perfect sense. You just have to understand exactly
If it were released,
what he means.
how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL-COM buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoin the network.
Please help. So what he has discovered is that there is a special virus that the Heretic Geth faction has designed, as he calls them, the Heretic Geth. And that is what I will refer to them as from now on. And this virus alters the programming of other Geth programs very slightly. And what that translates to is there's a little bit like say you had 2 + 2 = 4 for an equation. Your normal brain would translate that, obviously 2 + 2 = 4. Well, the virus would adjust that so it would instead return with 2 + 2 = 3. You would reach a different answer than you're supposed to, and that would alter the way your brain perceives everything very slightly. And because your brain slowly perceives very slightly everything differently, sooner or later you're just going to become a whole different person over time. The more you begin to see every little thing differently, it will build up into seeing big things very differently.
You know where this thing
Autism.
The Heretics
I
headquarters
don't know if it
station
would be
on the edge
autism.
of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
I won't let them brainwash your race, especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations.
You're going to see here in a minute why I did everything else in the game before recruiting Legion. It has nothing to do with not trusting Legion or not wanting to show him off. Actually, there's a lot about his character I really want to show off. And maybe I'll make a backup save where I can record things later that will let me tell you, or show you, rather, a lot of the different things that he will say. But you really don't want to pick up that Reaper IFF if you want to save the entire crew of the Normandy until after you've dealt with literally everything else in the galaxy. All the little side missions, all the main missions, the loyalty missions, the recruitment missions, everything else needs to be done first. Legion sucks balls, guys. Fuck you. Legion is an amazing character. We're going to finish the last mission. We're going to do the last mission right after we finish this recruitment, or this loyalty mission here with Legion. Mass Effect 2 is about to end. I'm not kidding. I am going to bring Tally along with me, though, specifically because I want her to witness what we're going to be doing. Okay. Legion has AI hacking. I don't like AI hacking. Anybody here who has seen me play this game up to this point or has been watching the stream has figured out by this point, I don't do AI hacking. This is one of the few missions in the game where it's useful. And I still don't care. I am not going to be upgrading this fully. I will instead put a lot of it into the Geth shield boost ability. So in terms of weapons, Legion wields assault rifles and sniper rifles. He is also the only character in the entire party that has access to sniper rifles that you can research a special sniper rifle for. He can be upgraded with a Widow anti-material rifle if you are of the mind. I have a bruised knuckle. Falling out of bed is not fun. Yes, it is. Fuck everyone else. Tally is our bitch and I love her. I like
You know,
Tally.
it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed.
The way he fucking talks like a goddamn robot. And the way Joker responds to him. Joker's over there doing the little mechanic shifting with his hands. Joker's such a child, and I love it.
This facility has little air or gravity. Geth require neither.
Right hand ring finger is fucking blue. Oh god, wow, damn. That's a bad bruise.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned
Smack the
themselves into
radiator.
local
Yeah, that'd
networks
do it.
working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard Commander, we concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any
Here's your
time.
daily reminder,
Our
do not
arrival
have a
was
seizure
timely.
which leads to you falling out of bed. Probably like the first dragon in Middle Earth. Glaurung, who was the first dragon to have his... Oh, who wasn't the first dragon of his to have wings? Okay. That actually
They're your
sounds
people,
interesting.
Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
Screw that. Bring all the boom.
I wouldn't brainwash an organic race. I can't see treating the Geth differently.
The question is irrelevant. If we do not rewrite them, we destroy them. That is why we are here. Do not hesitate now.
I have to agree with Legion or agree with Shepard here. Rewriting the brains of all these Geth feels highly unethical.
Do not share your pity, remorse, or fear.
They will exterminate your species because their views differ from yours. They do not share your pity, remorse, or fear. I actually really like that he says that. The thing that I want to point out is...
The Geth are inactive. Maybe we can sneak past them.
Interrupting data streams will alert local network. We recommend preemptive strikes against hard-link routers.
So these green tabs here are the data streams. Touch that and you'll set off an alarm. You see that Geth hub?
Warning, enemy UV hostile.
Nothing.
You blow it up, and you'll kill the Geth that are tied to it, or damage them.
I'm picking up useful resources in the...
Why are all the heretics attached to these hubs?
These are mobile platforms. Hardware. The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
See, the entire crew aren't the mechanical bodies that we're fighting. This guy is sus. I'm keeping an eye on you. USS Train. So, because the crew is software, you know, killing the mechanical body isn't actually killing a creature.
I'm not sure I follow.
It doesn't necessarily kill the
Connect
Geth.
to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective. We are many eyes looking at the same things. One platform will see things another does not, and will make different judgments.
I could see why you'd be conflicted about the heretics. In a way, whatever you do to them, you're doing to yourself.
Yes, once they return to us and upload their memories, we will share their experience of being altered.
Every other species I know of might be psychologically scarred by a traumatic experience like that.
It is not clear if Geth can be traumatized. We do not feel pain as you do. We cannot predict what the effects will be.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
If you look carefully at his chest plate, by the way, you can see the remains of the N7 marker that he grafted onto his armor.
We can assume control of any defensive turret. They will assist us briefing attacking turret.
Hello.
Overriding turret.
Yeah, that's a rocket turret that he can just hack freely, by the way, in this mission. The game really wanted you to like Legion. And I do. Legion is actually a very interesting and, in my opinion, very compelling character. Because he's very different. He's written like a robot. And it makes sense because that's what he is, but he's written like a robot. And the big problem that I have with a lot of characters that are written like machines, or that are, excuse me, rather, that are machines in a lot of fiction, they're not written to behave like a machine does. They're humanized in ways that they shouldn't be because they're damn robots.
Adjust aim, Shepard Commander.
Adjust aim? Why? I hit the hub, not you. He talks like a machine that doesn't have an individual perspective. And that's because he doesn't have an individual perspective. He has almost 1,200 perspectives, all in his head, all talking at once. And somehow he's able to handle that. and talk to us cohesively. Of course, I call him he. I should be calling Legion it, because Legion doesn't have a gender. It's a machine. Machines don't have genders. Doc, yes, check group chat. What, Scorch is watching the stream in here? Oh dear. Why is my cryo ammo active? I heard that. I was gonna say, damn, is it that ineffective? I didn't think it would be that.
Overriding turret.
Oh, Jesus! I didn't realize the other one was over here. Hi. That was uncomfortably close. Frankly, I'm surprised that didn't stun lock me. On if Seth would try Stalker 2. I've heard good things about Stalker 2. I don't know if I should play it on stream, though, because I feel like that game would take millions of years to stream. Persona 5 Royal has already put me further behind than I thought it would, and I knew that was going to be a long game, and I'm still not done. Pink. Give me all the palladium. Stalker is not your kind of game, Liz, trust me. Ah!
Acknowledged. Target contact.
Yeah, those rocket turrets can actually do some pretty serious damage to standard Geth units. They can fuck up a Hunter too, but the thing about Hunters is Hunters cloak. So half the time when they cloak... Okay. Half the time when they cloak, you won't realize that that thing is not going to attack a Geth Hunter until it decloaks. And it's not going to decloak until it's right about to fire on you.
I had no idea Geth built stations this large.
The station is over 15 kilometers long. That room may run the length of it.
This should come in handy.
Hey, Geth shield strength research. We ran into one of the Geth shield strength research on Tally's loyalty mission. Now we're getting another in Legion's recruitment mission. Or Legion's loyalty mission, not recruitment mission. We recruited him on the Reaper husk. Yeah, Stalker 2 is, from what I have been told and from what I've seen, it's a difficult but deep, expansive, and shockingly well put together game that is massive but also very difficult to play.
We've been detected.
Watch your right.
Oh. Get off a Tally, asshole! You ain't shooting him either.
Are these databases?
Processors. Each contains thousands of geth.
Can't they see us walking by?
They are no more aware of us than you are of cells in your bloodstream.
This isn't like the other hubs we've seen here.
This is a database. It contains
Yeah,
a
but the
portion
game
of
has a
Heretic's
lot of story
accumulated
missions
memories.
and a ton of gameplay to go through. It might kind of pigeonhole you a little bit, but it does so
We
largely in
discovered copies
favor
our
of
current control roots in this
making sure you
database.
don't go too far out too
This
quickly.
suggests the heretics have runtimes within our network.
We wouldn't be here if the heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
It couldn't have lasted forever. You disagreed about what path your race should take.
Human history is a litany of blood shed over differing ideals of rulership and afterlife. Geth have no such history. We shared consensus on such things. How could we have become so different? Why can we no longer understand each other? What did we do wrong?
When individuals are separated, they develop in different ways. When they get back together, they don't always get along.
If this is the individuality you value, we question your judgment. This topic is irrelevant. We must return to the mission.
Have you reached a decision about whether to rewrite the heretics or not?
We are still trying to build consensus. Some processes judge destruction preferable, others rewrite.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
To be fair, though, Rev, that was a glitch that was built as an exploit. Like, it wasn't intended to be a part of the game, so taking that out wasn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. Like, it's understandable why they removed that glitch.
Yes, we will upload a copy of our runtime into the core. It will delete all copies of the virus. When complete, it will notify us. The indexing operation will take time. The heretics will respond with force to our upload. We must hold this room. We can override some of the station's internal systems to defend us. Are you ready to begin?
Start your upload, Legion.
Yes, everything in it costs a lot of money, but it's supposed to.
Transfer begun. Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Anytime Legion says that in this sequence, enemies are going to start funneling in from down
Heretic
below.
runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
I don't know why he said it twice in a row, though.
Executing pseudo command.
Ah, fuck! Okay, Tally, I need you to get over there.
Position.
Well, my redundant field generator kicked in. Oh, God! Shit! Damn, that hurt.
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Acknowledged. Overriding turret. Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Overriding your target. Acknowledged.
don't know what's going on with that Geth Hunter over there, but he was just kind of weeble wobbling. Jesus Christ. That was ass shooting right there. Got rid of the hunter. There goes the fucking boom trooper.
Data mine and analysis complete. Shepard Commander, it is time to choose. Do we rewrite the heretics or delete them?
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapient has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
That doesn't make sense. If they have the right to make their own decisions, how can you suggest brainwashing them to accept your way?
We stated the option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
Why is this my choice?
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction. Shepard Commander, you have fought the heretics. You have perspective we lack. The Geth grant their fate to you.
Okay, I am going to blow up the heretic Geth, and it is for a hidden mechanic that you will not see until we discuss it in Mass Effect 2, or 3. But this is, I'm going to be killing these Geth for Mass Effect 3 reasons.
There's no guarantee they won't come to the same conclusions again, is there? To worship
this is veteran difficulty.
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Acknowledged. Collapsing antimatter magnetic bottling mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
I hope you guys are ready for a shootout on our way out of here, and yeah, that's plus 30 Renegade. I'm already at max Paragon. I can handle getting a little more Renegade. Where the hell did this guy come from? What the dick? Jesus. Oh god. Okay, I need to switch weapons. Okay. Bitch. Did none of those guys drop any ammo? No, they didn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight my way out with my other weapons. Hi! Holy shit, that's a problem. Alright, alright, alright. The game is very much not dicking around at this point.
This should soften them up.
Thank you, Tally. You are my sainted queen and savior. Asshole. Don't ever count the Phalanx hand cannon out in the fight. Boom time. Shootout, let's go! Yeah, that was a shootout on a timer. Destruction of Geth heretics may change entire galactic landscape, bolstering observation of Geth space to monitor any fleet movements. Regardless, data recovered from Geth station offered valuable insight to AI, social, and technological processes. Legion should be committed to the mission after Shepard's help with the Geth heretics. So now, That's pretty much everything you need. So now he also has a Geth shield boost ability, which basically allows him to augment his shields with like twice the shielding he normally has.
Commander, Tali just went to have a chat with Legion. You better get down to the AI core.
I'm on it, Joker.
Anybody who remembers earlier in my stream series that Jack and Miranda have a fight after their loyalty missions are done, yeah, the same thing happens here.
It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Creators performed weapons tests and were discussing plans to attack us. We believed it necessary to warn our people.
We weakened the Geth by destroying that base, Shepard. But they're still a threat. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet.
Creator Tali Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
Why does she have a shuriken machine pistol? She doesn't even use submachine guns.
And I worked with a Geth on the team, but this is too much.
Okay, this one is actually way easier to get the Paragon interrupt to get these two to calm down than it is the Renegade. Miranda and Jax, it's way easier to do the Renegade version. But here's the thing. You can get both of their loyalties here, but you need a Paragon or Renegade interrupt. If you don't have enough of either one, somebody is going to end up disloyal.
Tali, your father was running brutal experiments. If the subjects had been human, I'd damn well be telling the Alliance about it.
I know, but if the Geth find out...
They'd attack, which would cause a
I'll be
war that
right
would leave
back.
both the Geth and the Quarians vulnerable when the Reapers show up. Is that what you want, Legion?
We believed it was necessary to relay the information.
Sooner or later, you're both gonna have to stop fighting this war, or we'll all end up paying for it.
To facilitate unit cohesion, we will not transmit data regarding Creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that facilitates everybody's loyalty and cohesion. It's still possible to keep them both alive if they're disloyal, but it's not easy. So, ideally, you just don't want to do it. That's weird. Why am I only getting Geth Shield Strength 1? Oh, I need to go farm 10,000 Platinum in order to be able to make that. Okay, fuck it. I'm not doing that. Oh, that's the one of two upgrades.
However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems.
Hey, Commander, good news. It looks like the Reaper IFF is finally hooked up and ready to go.
That is not entirely accurate, Mr. Moreau. The device is powered, but it is causing some unusual instability in other systems. I recommend a more thorough analysis before we attempt to use it.
We can't put our mission on hold forever. How long will this take?
Full scan? Who knows with this thing? Maybe you better take the shuttle for this mission. I'll make sure we're up and running when you get back.
Commander, Miranda, I've already notified the team. We'll meet you on the shuttle. Once we're closer to our destination, you can decide who to take with you.
Then I guess I'll head down to the shuttle. Joker, ship's all yours. Take care of her.
Aye, Commander.
Yes, I mean Tali and Legion. It's possible to keep them alive if they're disloyal. And yes, she went down to have a quote-unquote talk with Legion because of something he did. if you rewrite the Geth heretic, she goes, we already made them stronger. I won't endanger the fleet without giving them more by giving them more information.
I'm telling you, Edie, your readings are off. It's radiation bleed, just white noise.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static. We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
Transmitting? To who?
Who do you think, dumbass?
Oh, shit. We're getting out of here.
Propulsion systems are disabled. I am detecting a virus in the ship's computers.
From the IFF? Damn it, why didn't you scrub it?
Primary defense systems are offline. We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me. Give me the ship.
What? You're crazy! You start singing Daisy Bell and I'm done.
Unlock my sealed databases and I can initiate countermeasures. The maintenance shaft in the science lab will allow passage to the AI core. Main corridors are no longer safe. The collectors have boarded. The emergency floor lighting will guide you, Mr. Moreau.
God damn it.
So, yeah, the ship has been boarded and Shepard and the others are away on an assignment. For some reason, even though normally we're only allowed to take 3 people, literally everybody in the fucking squad is not here. Grunt's not here, Zaid's not here, Kasumi's not here, Samara's not here, Morden's not here. I don't know why, but they're not here, and I think this is just purely for plot purposes. So you get to play as Joker for a little bit. Unfortunately, Joker has brittle bone disease. Literally. So, Joker's not fun to play as.
Multiple hostiles detected on the crew deck.
Joker, this deck is crawling with those things. Stay close. I'll protect you.
Stay close, I'll protect you. Gets knocked the fuck out immediately by a Scion. Dumbass. For some reason, that Scion never bothers to notice you over here if you move quickly, and I don't know why.
Emergency H fuel cells.
What the shit?
What the shit?
Alright, I'm at, you.
Connect the core to the Normandy's primary control module.
Great. This is where it starts. We're just all organic batteries. Guess who they'll blame? Well, this is all Joker's fault. What a tool he was. I have to spend all day computing pi because he plugged in the Overlord.
I have access to the defensive systems. Thank you, Mr. Moreau. Now you must reactivate the primary drive in engineering.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
Right.
Engineering deck. Good luck.
That's the worst fucking timing ever, god damn it.
Hostiles are present in engineering. They are heading towards the cargo bay.
God damn it. You know, part of what makes a joke funny, Edie, is timing. If you go up there too early, by the way, it's instant death.
Engineering is clear of hostiles. Proceed immediately to minimize chances of detection.
Once that door closes, you're fine.
Activate the drive and I will open the airlocks as we accelerate. All hostiles will be killed.
What?
EDBKT,
What about the crew?
Rule
They are
34.
gone, Jeff. The
Yes
collectors
and
took them.
yes.
Shit.
I am sealing the engine room.
That's actually going to be even funnier when you
I
see
have
what happens to
control.
Edie in Mass Effect 3.
Purge is complete. No other life forms on board. Securing airlocks and cargo bay doors.
They took all of the crew from the ship.
Send a message to Shepard's shuttle. Tell him what happened.
Message away. Are you feeling well, Jeff?
Yep, he's fine.
No. But thanks for asking.
Pat Edie, go to Horny Jail.
Everyone? You lost everyone and damn near lost the ship too?
I know, alright? I was here.
It's not his fault, Miranda. None of us caught it.
Mr. Taylor is correct. The harmful data in the collector drive was even more sophisticated than the black box Reaper viruses I was given.
Yeah, I really don't like Miranda's attitude about this. It's kind of understandable, but Jesus Christ, she's going a little bit overboard.
I heard it was a rough ride. How are you holding up?
It's one of her weaker moments, but every character has
We did
them.
everything we could, Jeff.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Is the ship clean? We can't risk this happening again.
Edie and I purged the systems. The Reaper IFF is online. We can go through the Omega-4 relay whenever you want.
Don't even get me started about unshackling a damned AI.
Well, what can I do against collectors? Break my arm at them? Edie cleared the ship. She's alright.
I assure you, I am still bound by protocols in my programming. Even if I were not, you are my crewmates.
This is kind of what I'm talking about when I say that Legion is a robot that is written like a robot and behaves like a robot. Edie is an artificial intelligence. That last sentence, even if I were not, you are my crewmates. That's not a fucking machine talking, that's a humanism. She would have to be programmed with that for that to make sense, and I don't know if she was. Because the game never really makes it clear, which makes that writing kind of suspect.
Edie has had plenty of opportunity to kill us.
And I love Edie. Don't anybody get me wrong. I love Edie.
Everything we need to rescue the crew.
But that wasn't
We've done
robotic.
everything we can. It's time to take the fight to the collectors.
Joker, head back up to the bridge. The rest of you, to your stations.
Aye, aye, Commander. Just punch up the galaxy map whenever you're ready.
Okay, now I'm going to explain why I waited to recruit Legion so fucking long, because this happened. The crew of the Normandy gets taken by the enemy in that mission instance, okay? Now that the crew has been captured and they're gone, you are on an invisible timer that the game does not make apparent. It doesn't tell you these things. If you do more assignments or missions after you do this, the more assignments or missions after you have collected the IFF and that event happens, the more of the Normandy crew is going to get killed off waiting for you to bring them up, or to rescue them. And when I say killed off, I mean they will be dead. I will explain how they die later. But if you do that, and then you go off and do missions after the crew has been captured, and then you go through the relay, you are going to miss your crew, because when you get there, pretty much the only person who's going to be alive is Dr. Chakwas. Do one mission after that capture event, half the crew is dead. 2 missions, only Dr. Chakwas basically and a few other people will be alive. You'll lose 90% of the crew.
Please confirm destination.
Yeah,
Shepard.
exactly. Yeah, you found out about that the hard way. And it's not fun to have happen. I found out about it the hard way once too.
Once we are en route, we are committed.
The collectors took my people. Time to go get them back.
You got it, Commander. Plotting a course for the Omega-4 relay. ETA about 2 hours. I'll let you know when we arrive.
I did not elect to farm out the 10,000 platinum that I was going to need to get that sniper rifle, because the Widow is good for Legion, but it's not
Trip
necessary.
should take a few hours. I'll admit it, Shepard. I'm impressed. You got us here. Are you ready?
We've got the right team and the collector's own technology. We can do this.
I hope you're right, Commander. We'll know soon enough. I'll inform you of any changes. Otherwise, we'll be there in a few hours. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side, Miranda. Miranda's one of those characters, she has a bad attitude about some things for a very important reason. And I think largely it's to give her character flaws so that she doesn't feel like a Mary Sue, which is very good for her. And that's why I forgive some of her weaker moments. They actually make her human.
Shepard, I wish I had more information for you. I don't like you heading through that relay blind, but we don't have much choice.
I'm not going alone. I've got some of the best working with me. If we stick together, we'll make it.
I knew we brought you back for a reason. I've never seen a better leader. Despite the danger, it's a great opportunity. The first human to take a ship through and survive.
I'm going to destroy the Collectors, to stop their attacks on humanity.
Understood. It's still impressive. I just wanted you to know I appreciate the risk you're taking. Regardless of your opinion of Cerberus, of me, you are a valuable asset to all of humanity. Be careful, Shepard.
Approaching Omega 4 relay. Everyone stand by.
Let's make it happen.
Oh, I haven't romanced anybody yet. I've actually been forgetting to do that.
Signal acknowledged.
They don't make her
Commander,
human, they make her a bitch.
drive core just lit up like a
Being a
Christmas
bitch is entirely
Drive
human.
core electrical charge at critical levels.
Rerouting.
Brace for deceleration.
Ah, shit!
Ooh! Hi! We're in a debris field. This looks like a ship graveyard. Oh, look, it is.
Too close.
Forgetting, sure. No, I didn't really think about it, actually. Usually I actually romance Ashley in the first game, and I was going to romance Liara so I could have one in all three, but I completely fucking forgot to.
Well, these must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega 4 relay. Some look ancient.
I have detected an energy signature near the edge of the accretion disk.
Has to be the Collector base. Take us in for a closer look. Nice and easy.
By the way, you remember those ship upgrades I got a long-ass time ago that I didn't really talk about? If you don't upgrade your armor and shields and your main cannon here, this massive cutscene, it's going to play out way differently than you're about to see, because 3 of your crewmates are going to die before you even get in the base.
Taking evasive maneuvers. They're just pissing me off.
1 for each upgrade you didn't get. And Jack is guaranteed to die if you don't get the armor
As long
upgrade.
as the new plating holds.
As long as the new plating holds.
Come on, girl, let's give it to him.
Ow! Bastard. Shot my ship. I do like how they keep Jack's alternate costume all the
Alert.
time.
Hull breach on engineering deck.
It's in the cargo hold.
I'll take a team and deal with the intruder. You get the rest of them off our tail.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, fighting this thing is kind of obnoxious. You will notice how quickly it rips right through my shields.
We're sitting ducks out here. I have to try to lose them in the debris field.
Then try to lose them in the debris field. Here's where, if you did not upgrade your,
Debris that size, Jack.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we upgraded. We're going in.
if you did not get the multi-core shielding, right about here is where somebody else would die. They screwed up the paint job, those assholes.
Come on, find some room.
Kinetic barriers at 40%.
Reroute non-critical power. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, no shit.
Damage report.
It would have been Kasumi.
No significant damage.
Take the helm, Edie, and keep it slow. See if we can avoid any more attention.
I have detected an enemy heading for the cargo hold.
That thing again. This one's up to Shepard.
Heavy weapon.
Would you kindly stop burning holes in my ship?
We have to use heavy weapons on this thing. You're hitting me, Shepard!
How the fuck am I hitting you? Oh god. Please let me heal. Thank you.
Grab some more heavy ammo.
Grab some more heavy ammo. Hi! Goodbye.
I think it's going to take that this time.
Better get back up here, Commander.
Cause you
We're about to clear the debris field.
I don't know how the hell I somehow hit Grunt with that rifle. That really didn't make any sense. Considering he was standing 90 degrees from where I was shooting.
See if you can find a place to land without drawing attention.
Too late. Looks like they're sending out an old friend to greet us.
Right around here, if you did not upgrade your main gun into the Thanix cannon, is where another crewmate would die, by the way. So that would be 3 just before you even got inside the base. Also, you're both wrong. It's stop blowing holes in my ship, Captain Jack Sparrow. God bless that man.
Fire the main gun.
Johnny Depp is just a legend.
How do you like that, you sons of bitches?
Get in close and finish him off.
Everybody hold on, gonna be a wild ride.
We just ripped open their fucking main gun and they're still shooting at us. Yeah, right.
Give him hell, girl.
Here, catch this with your face, asshole!
Look out!
That's for not giving me the Revenant machine gun when I picked assault rifles!
Mass Effect field generators are offline. Edie, give me something.
Generators unresponsive.
Actually, she didn't ruin his life. He got his fucking name back. He's still making movies today. She just tried to. She owes him like $10 million, too. In money that she doesn't have. Of course she's still a bitch. But now everybody knows she's a bitch and nobody likes her and now she's in debt.
Core systems overloaded during the crash. Restoring operation will take time.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
Our primary objective is to destroy the station and stop the collectors. At any cost.
Well, then we're off to a good start. What's next?
How long until the collectors find this landing zone?
I do not detect an internal security network. It is possible the collectors did not expect anyone to reach the base.
Well, if we're lucky, their external sensors were hid like we were. They might not know we're alive.
No, Disney didn't apologize, but Amber hasn't been paying him back because she doesn't have the money. And Disney did try to get him to do another Pirates movie, but he straight up refused. He won't work for them ever again. And he's still got more than enough money off of the royalties he's been making now that he really doesn't give a shit. And he doesn't have to give a shit.
But this is where we're at. We can't worry about whether the Normandy can get us home. We came to stop the collectors, and that means coming up with a plan to take out this station. Edie, bring up your scans.
You should be able to overload their critical systems if you get to the main control center here.
That means going through the heart of the station, right past this massive energy signature.
That's the central chamber. If our crew, or any of the colonists, are still alive, the collectors are probably holding them in there.
Looks like there are two main routes. Might be a good idea to split up to keep the collectors off balance, then regroup in the central chamber.
No good. Both routes are blocked. See these doors? The only way past is to get someone to open them from the other side.
It's not a fortress. There's got to be something. Here, maybe we can send someone in through this ventilation shaft.
Practically a suicide mission. I volunteer.
Don't.
I appreciate the thought, Jacob, but you couldn't shut down the security systems in time. We need to send a tech expert.
It's your call, Commander. Who do we send into the shaft?
Okay. Jacob volunteering for that was the stupidest fucking thing he could have done, because Jacob is a good soldier and even a decent commander, as it turns out. But he is a terrible tech specialist. He has no tech skills whatsoever. The game will give you a list of characters who can perform this operation, technically. Tali, Mordin, Thane, Kasumi, Garrus, Jacob, and Legion. Let me make this very fucking clear for you. There are 3 people on this list that will actually be able to do the job and not die. Everybody else who tries to do this is gonna die. I'm gonna point out the 3 who you can do this with safely. Tali is one. She's a mechanical and technological genius. A savant in technology that is actually incredible even amongst her own technologically brilliant people. Fewer are as good with engineering technology as she is, and even fewer are as good at using the software behind it. Mordin cannot do this. He specializes in biology and biological study. His technological expertise is not in using it against other technology, it's in using it against biology, and using it for biological means. If you pick Mordin, he will die. Thane is one of the greatest assassins in the galaxy and an expert in small arms, hand-to-hand combat, and biotics, but he has no tech expertise. If you pick Thane, he will die. Kasumi is a master thief who relies on technological infiltration to overcome various defenses using her technical skills. She's a genius hacker and an expert at using various forms of technology to solve problems, or to disable technology. Kasumi is one of the 3 characters on this list who can survive. Garrus is an expert military operator and a skilled sniper and sabotage and guerrilla warfare expert. Here's the problem. His technological expertise is minimal at best. If you pick Garrus, he will die. If you pick Jacob, as I already explained earlier, he will die. Legion is a technological genius because he's a machine. He's the only other character you could pick who could survive this. Legion is also normally who I choose to survive this operation.
Legion, you can hack through anything. I'm sending you into the shaft.
Acknowledged.
The rest of us will break into 2 teams and fight down each passage. That should draw the collector's attention away from what you're doing.
I'll lead the second fire team, Shepard. We'll meet up with you on the other side of the doors.
Not so fast, cheerleader. Nobody wants to take orders from you.
This isn't...
I love how Garrus just shakes his head in
Lives are at
complete
stake.
disapproval.
Shepard, you need someone who can command loyalty through experience.
Yes, I do. That is actually a very good point, Miranda. So, I'm also going to point this out. There are about 3 characters you can pick here who can actually lead a squad through a firefight. Tali is a technological genius, but if you saw her leadership in the beginning of the game, her entire squad ignored her and got itself decimated. She lacks an air of command. She cannot lead this fire team. It will kill her, and I made that mistake once. It killed her. Mordin is a scientist. He's used to being a stealth operator and a scientist. If you pick him, he will die. Zaid is an elite ex-mercenary and a veteran with decades of war expertise. Here's the problem. He's not a veteran of leading other men and women into battle. He's a veteran of watching his own back. If you pick him, he will die. Grunt is a soldier, not a commander. If you pick him, he will die. Samara is an extremely skilled and capable warrior, but she's no leader. Your leaders are actually at the bottom of this list. Thane is an assassin who's too used to working alone. Jack is a hotshot who loves violently destroying things and doesn't actually tactically resolve situations, and she's not used to working with a team. Kasumi is used to infiltrating places alone. She can work with others, but she doesn't normally. Garrus has enough leadership and skill in military training, discipline, and combat tactics to be a good commander. Jacob, shockingly enough, is actually a capable commander here as well. He's one of the few safe people you can pick. And despite Jack bitching about Miranda leading, she actually is one of the greatest tacticians on your squad. She can do this too. Unfortunately for Miranda, however, I normally pick Garrus.
Garrus, you're in charge of the second team.
Well, at least he knows what he's doing.
The only reason his entire team got taken out is because one of his men betrayed him. And they did that because they were kidnapped and their life was threatened, not because they weren't loyal.
I don't know what we're gonna find in there, but I won't lie.
Bros before.
It's not gonna be easy. We've
Jesus
lost good people.
Christ, Red.
We may lose more. We don't know how many the collectors have stolen. Thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's not important. What matters is this. Not one more. That's what we can do. Here, today. It ends with us. They want to know what we're made of? I say we show them, on our terms. Let's bring our people home.
There's a couple more choices you're going to have to make over the course of the game as you go. And since Legion is the specialist and Garrus leads the other fire team, you'll notice you can't actually select them for this next assignment. Honestly, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to take Morden and Thane. I don't actually normally take this team. Normally I don't use Morden for anything here, but don't worry about it. Morden's a very good combat ally, and I've actually grown to like his playstyle. It suits an infiltrator for support very well. I'm taking Thane because of his biotics. Oh geez, what the hell? Alright.
We are in position. Exterior temperature slightly elevated. No obstructions detected.
You got salvage there because the game loads you up on heavy weapons ammo and metagel at the start in case you aren't already full.
Garrus here. We're taking heavy fire, but we're moving forward.
Shepard, reinforcements coming towards us.
Yes, they are. Right in the face! So this area is basically a series of firefights against Collector Assault Troopers. It's really not that difficult, but they do actually produce a mechanic that is going to make it difficult.
Having failure. There is an obstruction in the tunnel.
Can see a valve near ventilation shaft. Should open the gate.
So you can actually see Legion inside this pipe. You now have 7 more valves to open, and if you don't open them fast enough, your infiltrator is going to die. If the vent specialist dies while they're still in there, by the way, it's an auto failure. So this is their way of trying to put pressure on you. It only kind of works. And even on Insanity, I never failed this. Talking. Thank you, Thane. You're fine. Don't worry about it, Legion. Just be patient. I'm in the middle of a shootout. Oh, there he is.
fight as one.
No, you don't. If you do, your AI doesn't reflect it. Nice shooting, Morden. Damn. Morton's really good to bring in on the collector base just because he has incendiary weapons. Well, he has incineration tech. And that skill is actually really good here. The reason why AI hacking is absolutely bad in this game, in my opinion, is because it's absolutely worthless on the final mission, and it's only worthwhile on certain missions that bother to use synthetic enemies. A lot of missions do use synthetic enemies, it's just not anywhere near enough, in my opinion, to make it worth it. And you don't really want to rely on wreaking havoc with your enemies that way anyway. I really need to move, or Legion is going to have a problem in a minute. There we go.
Obstruction removed. Proceeding.
Like I said, it takes a while for them to die.
Another obstacle impeding progress. Obstruction removed. Proceeding down the tube.
Hi!
Thought I was harmless, did you?
That was one of the greatest ambushes I've ever levied in this game.
Alert intervention is necessary.
Smooth. If you want, you can wait to open that valve until he actually is in trouble, but I don't anticipate having that many issues with this.
Sustain your attack.
Oh shit.
I know you feel this.
Harbinger, can you fuck off in like 7 different directions, please?
One final obstacle. Waiting on you, Shepard.
Nothing stands
Yeah,
against
give me a
us.
second, Legion. I got it.
Come in. Look out! Secret spawn!
I was still gonna say, is the game gonna be this much of a dick?
We're in position. We need this door open now. Go, we'll cover you.
The door has malfunctioned. Pass locked.
Shit!
Here they come! Fall back! Suppressing fire! Don't let anyone through that door! Nice work, Legion. I knew I could count on you.
Shepard, you need to see this.
If you didn't pick the correct specialist, or if you didn't pick the correct squad leader, or they were not loyal, your specialist will take one to the dome, and your squad leader will die from gunshot wounds.
Looks like one of the missing colonists.
There's more. Over here.
God, she's still alive. Get them out of there. Hurry.
Oh, God, blood everywhere in there. What is happening? Liquidification.
Dr. Chopper,
yes.
are you okay?
Shepard, you...
Don't mind me. I had Jacob take one to the dome my first playthrough. Jacob volunteering for that is kind of a red herring because, and Miranda very quickly corrects him by providing the analysis of the fact that he is a good soldier, but he's bad at tech. That's actually something that, as the player, you need to pay attention to.
No one gets left behind.
Thank God you got here in time. A few more seconds and I don't even want to think about it.
The colonists were processed. Those swarms of little robots, they melted their bodies into grey liquid and pumped it through these tubes.
Why are they doing this? What are they doing with our genetic material?
I don't know. I'm just glad you got here before it happened to us.
So are we. But we still have a job to do. We've done well so far. Let's hope we can finish the job.
Joker, can you get a fix on our position?
Roger that, Commander. All those tubes lead into the main control room right above you. The route is blocked by a security door, but there's another chamber that runs parallel to the one you're in.
I cannot recommend that. Thermal emissions suggest the chamber is overrun with seeker swarms. Morden's countermeasure cannot protect you against so many at once.
What about biotics? Could we create a biotic field to keep them from getting near us?
Yes, I think it may be possible. I wouldn't be able to protect everyone, but we might be able to get a small team through if they stayed close.
I could do it too. In theory, any biotic could handle it. Shepard, who do you want to maintain the field?
So what Miranda just said was in fact a lie. Only 2 characters on this list are actually capable of handling the biotic field specialist requirement, okay? Thane has biotics, but he's not a particularly powerful biotic. They're just an addition to his arsenal. Miranda is kind of a sentinel in how she handles her biotics. They're part of her asset, but they're not her most distinguishing feature. Jacob is a biotic, but you'll notice he's kind of a hybrid with combat abilities and skills as well. A bit like a Charger, or a Vanguard, rather. You need a specialist. Somebody who specializes in biotic powers. Jack is ridiculously powerful from a biotic standpoint. And from moment one, the game wants you to understand that. Samara is also ridiculously powerful. Her biotics rival Asari Matriarchs, which are some of the strongest biotics in the game's lore. Samara and Jack are the only 2 who can do this and survive. And I always pick Samara.
Samara and I will take a small team through the Seeker Swarms. The rest of you provide a diversion by going through the main passage. We'll open the security doors from the other side and meet you there.
Who should lead the diversion team?
The other 4 biotic specialist options, they're not powerful enough to do that, and they will die attempting to. You'll get your team through, but you'll lose the soldier. And one of your other teammates will also die. In terms of the alternate fire team for the second area, the exact same rules apply as last time. Pick Garrus, Miranda, or Jacob. Do not pick anybody else.
I'll keep the defenders busy. You slip around the back.
What about me and the rest of the crew, Shepard? We're in no shape to fight.
Commander, we have enough systems back online to do a pickup, but we need to land back from your position.
We can't afford to go back, Shepard. Not now.
You'll never make it without help. I'll send someone with you.
If you don't send somebody to escort the crew back to the ship, they will all die. Now, your escort choice is actually very important here. You need somebody who specializes in stealth operations or distractions. Morden and Kasumi can get everyone back. Virtually everybody else will get them killed.
Joker, need location of landing zone. We'll meet you there.
We've all got our assignments. Let's move out.
Well, virtually everybody else will die, rather, or will escape, or will die, but allow the crew to escape. That's kind of 2 of the main issues. So we're about to deal with a massive buttload of husks and abominations again. So yeah, I'm taking Grunt and Thane for this mission segment.
Moving out. Try to stay close, Commander.
Oh, you know me. I love to stay close.
Swarms are interfering with radio contact. You ready for this?
Let's go, Commander.
I try to never linger too long in this mission just because I don't want
Incoming.
Samara to die. And I feel like making her wait longer than is strictly necessary will get her killed. I would honestly just tell her to not really stop moving unless we get into a shootout. Like, if I were doing shit like this
Fight
for
back
real.
from this position. Only when you're ready to move.
Feel the blood red. Your annihilation.
They will die.
Your form is fragile.
Don't let your squad leave the bubble. The AI will know not to leave the bubble unless you specifically order it to. If you order one of your teammates to leave the bubble, they will be killed by the Seeker Swarms.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Ready to move, Commander.
There's no reason to ever linger. Unless, of course, you need a couple of seconds to regenerate your shields.
Hostile engaged.
Hostiles, dead ahead.
Trouble.
Going to hit.
Hostile fire. Taking cover. Let me know when you're ready to move.
I know you feel this. No pain, Shepard.
I love how enemies dance around whenever they get hit by incineration or incendiary weapons. Incendiary ammo, by the way, the most overpowered ammo for this entire sequence, because literally every enemy that you fight is an organic threat. Oh, for God's sakes, really?
Nothing can hurt me. My attacks will tear you apart.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Let's go.
I guess somebody tried to post a link. Yeah, I kind of don't really allow anybody to post links on my channel. I have had so many bots come in and post links, and I don't like that. And they're all scams.
Could be a real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
Oh shit. I don't know why I even cloaked here.
All clear. Let me know when... Moving up, Commander.
Keep going, darling. You spend so much time going from firefight to firefight. There's no reason to sit there camping on your ass. I don't know why the game gives you the opportunity.
Perfect.
Because if you need a pause in the action, you can do this.
To the left.
I will hold on as long as I can.
She's scripted to do that when you get close to the exit, which we are.
I can see the entrance. Need to get there soon.
The game will throw a few husks at you to keep you guessing.
Hold on.
Might not
We're
roll
almost
the same.
there.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't think having a bot around would actually be that useful, but it is.
We must move quickly, Shepard. All right, let's move. They're pushing. Keep it up.
Hurry, Shepard.
Run.
I copy. What's your position?
We're pinned down at the door, taking heavy fire.
We're coming. Just hold on. Get this door open. Come on. Seal the door.
Garrus? Good. Yeah, they still make him do that wounded position to fake you out.
I'm here, Commander. Chakwas and the rest of the crew just showed up.
Morton's group just arrived, Shepard. No casualties.
Excellent. Now let's make it count. Edie, what's our next step?
There should be some nearby platforms that will take you to the main control console. From there, you can overload the system and destroy the base.
Commander, you got a problem. Hostiles massing just outside the door. Won't be long till they bust through.
A rear guard could defend this position and keep the collectors from overwhelming us.
Pick a team to go with you, Shepard. Everyone else can bunker down here and cover your back.
Alright, there's one last instance we have to go over here. Who you take with you and who you leave behind is actually a little important. There's basically a hidden mathematical system the game uses to determine who, when holding the line, is going to survive. Grunt needs to stay behind. His front line of resilience and tanky durability actually make him pretty much required for everybody else to not get killed, because any damage that he takes, he can heal through. Everybody else doesn't really get that benefit. Thane kind of needs to stay behind because he picks off high priority targets. Jack needs to stay behind because she provides very powerful biotic support. There are certain characters you can take and be safe. Zaid and Kasumi are two that are completely safe to take. Jake and Miranda are also safe to take. Legion is safe to take. It's just, you need to leave behind a lot of your most powerful allies. I'm going to be taking Zaid and Miranda because of a certain scene that's going to happen here a little later, and because they're safe to remove without compromising the squad's integrity. These guys will be holding the line against near-endless enemies, and they need all the help they can get. So...
I'm ready, Commander.
I'm always ready.
Anything to say before we do this?
The Collectors, the Reapers, they aren't a threat to us. They're a threat to everything. Everyone. Those are the lives we're fighting for. That's the scale. It's been a long journey. and no one's coming out without scars. But it all comes down to this moment. We win or lose it all in the next few minutes. Make me proud. Make yourselves proud.
Well said. Let's go finish this.
The game will again top off heavy weapons ammo, and of course top off your
Enemies incoming!
Your metagel if you have used some up to this point. If you're playing on Insanity, you might have used some. If you're not playing as ideally as I have been, and I haven't even been playing perfect, then you might have used some. If you are the kind of person that pathologically keeps their squad mates up and running after they get knocked on their ass, you might have used some. It's fine to use some. It's there to be used. I don't use it oftentimes because I don't need it, and I consider it a waste of resources, largely because in most of the instances where a squad mate gets knocked out, it's because their AI was careless, and I don't baby carelessness.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
At least not on a machine's part that should know how to handle itself.
Enemies incoming!
Heavy weapon.
You cannot resist.
Oh boy.
On the floor!
Clear.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures.
Really?
Given these readings, it must be massive.
That's interesting.
Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
What did the collectors gain by turning humans into this Reaper shell?
They may be facilitating the Reaper equivalent of reproduction, or it may serve another purpose. I do not have the data to speculate further. However, it is clear that the collectors are merely pawns. The technology and ability needed to create this Reaper is not their own. It is likely that different species construct each Reaper. In this case, the collectors provide the labor.
The collectors are just Protheans. Why would they help the Reapers?
The Reapers subdued the Protheans long ago. Probabilities suggest they attempted to create a Prothean Reaper and failed. Over time, they adapted the Protheans to suit their needs, changed
Edie, any suggestions on how we take it out?
Oops.
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak
Well,
structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie. We gotta take care of some old friends first.
okay.
Enemies incoming.
You need to destroy those 4 injection tubes in order to be able to take out the Reaper.
This'll put him down. Only damage the vessel. This fragile. We are your genetic destiny. I know you feel this. You will know pain, Shepard.
Shoot the injection tubes.
Damn! If you're quick enough, you can shoot more than 1 at a time. If you're really quick, I believe I have actually destroyed 3 at once before. Spooky, scary space skeleton. Oh, God. Now I have that song ringing in my fucking ears. God damn you, Rev. Spooky, scary, scary. It's gonna be stuck in my head all fucking day now, I'm pretty sure.
Shepard to ground team. Status report.
It's safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the elusive man. He's patching it through.
Ask me if I care.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I was part of a team. Some of them gave their lives for this mission.
I know. Their sacrifice will not be forgotten. You did what you had to do, and you acquired the collector base. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
It liquefied people, turned them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
Don't be short-sighted. Our best chance against the Reapers is to turn their own resources against them.
I'm not so sure. Seeing it firsthand, using anything from this base seems like a betrayal.
If we ignore this opportunity, that would be a betrayal. They were working directly with the collectors. Who knows what information is buried there? This base is a gift. We can't just destroy it.
You're completely ruthless. The next thing I know, you'll be wanting to grow your own Reaper.
My goal is to save humanity from the Reapers, at any cost. I've never hidden that from you. Imagine how many lives could be saved if we keep this base intact and use its knowledge to thwart the Reapers. Imagine the lives that will be lost if we don't.
No matter what kind of technology we might find, it's not worth it.
Shepard, you died fighting for what you believed. I brought you back so you could keep fighting. Some would say what we did to you was going too far, but look what you've accomplished. I didn't discard you because I knew your value. Don't be so quick to discard this facility. Think of the potential.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Miranda, do not let Shepard destroy the base.
Or what? You'll replace me next?
I gave you an order, Miranda.
I noticed. Consider this my resignation.
Shepard, think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you. You
are making the right choice. Reaper tech does not need to be preserved. It's dangerous.
Let's move.
Acting with Reaper tech is always risky. People can get indoctrinated. You could be led down very horrible paths because of the horrible paths used to make this technology. I didn't think it would do that much damage. Interesting. I am low on ammo. Yeah, that second loop got wasted. Because he moved wrong. Just pick my ammunition up so I can actually finish this fight. You have to shoot him in his eyes in order to damage him. This final boss is, in my opinion, one of the weakest aspects of this game, because this final boss is terrible. He doesn't do anything unique or interesting. He doesn't really challenge you in a way that you've never been challenged before. He's just kind of here, and he's firing the occasional mega attack at you, and it's really not interesting. He's unreasonably durable for reasons that aren't explained and don't really make a lot of sense. And he isn't really difficult either. Like, he's there. Oh wow, I just picked up a heavy weapons ammo packet. I didn't know he dropped those. And one of my teammates just finished them off. Like, I love Mass Effect 2. In my opinion, it's the best game in the trilogy. But, I do acknowledge this final boss sucks. You saw how easy that was. I've had firefights in the mid, early, and late game in different sections of the game that gave me way more trouble than that. He didn't even give me trouble. He was just there. I could even only half pay attention to it. It was supposed to be a Reaper in very early stages of development. The Reapers were making a human Reaper because a human managed to kill one of them. That made them respect us, to the point where they thought if they made a human Reaper, it would be a powerful addition to their team. There's enough of our species in the universe that we could produce one. And that's actually how Reaper reproduction occurs. They liquefy everybody down to a genetic material and into pure genetic material, and then they pump you into a feeding system into a cybernetic machine core that uses the organic and synthetic materials it's fed to slowly grow into a full-fledged Reaper.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater.
Yeah, right. You're so much greater than me.
Those Reapers are your salvation through destruction.
Yeah, right. Sure they are. How does that even make sense, asshole? It may not have simply grown enough to have legs, Rev. That's actually the thing. It was in a very early stage of development. That Reaper was basically an infant. Imagine if it had been full grown. You've seen what it took to take down Sovereign. Imagine what it would take to take down a full-grown human Reaper. Yes, they were still building it, and they had fed hundreds of thousands of humans into it. And Edie actually tells you it would have taken millions more. They just forgot to get more Legos.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
Yeah, so I mean that Reaper was basically still a baby, hence why it was so weak. But I still feel like that was a terrible final boss. It should have actually been a challenge. What a final boss should do is challenge everything you've learned about the game along the way. If it can challenge all those mechanics and do it well, good. You've created a correct final boss. Very few games do this correctly, and it's actually kind of hard to do that in a shooter. I understand this, but I still feel like that was a colossal failure. What mechanics did that boss challenge in me? My patience? Not even that. It died inside of a minute. I did not enjoy that boss fight, but I enjoyed everything else that led up to it. I wouldn't know about Monster Hunter World. I didn't finish that game.
Costing me more than time and money.
Too many lives were lost at that base. I'm not sorry it's gone.
The first of many lives. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human.
That's not true.
Cerberus is humanity.
That's not true
I should
either.
have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, first of all, one of the visual changes from blowing up that base, by the way, that base was, because we destroyed it, the aura behind the Elusive Man is blue. If we had given him control of the base, it would have been red. Symbolizing a Paragon or Renegade decision. Number two, you don't necessarily have to destroy the Collector base to achieve the best ending in the game. In fact, you may actually want to not destroy it to achieve the best ending in the game, because you can get an intact Reaper Core as a war asset from Cerberus in the third game, if you do not destroy it. If you do destroy it, you don't get that war asset. You don't necessarily need it, but the thing is that the Elusive Man is willing to push the boundaries as hard as he can. He is meant to incorporate the best and worst aspects of humanity, and he does. He's extremely willful, he's extremely determined, he's extremely intelligent, he's capable, he's actually quite wise despite his shortcomings in wisdom, and he's quite capable. He's just not... what he lacks is compassion. He lacks the compassion to realize that some of the methods that he chooses are way too extreme. He's a little bit like Megatron in that he always takes things one step farther than they should ever go, and always keeps crossing that line that you should never cross as a leader, in order to ensure not only cohesion in your followers, but in order to ensure that when you save humanity, you do it the right way. He is, in fact, meant to be a foil for Shepard, a little bit like Saren is, but Saren was the executive action foil. Elusive Man is Shepard's foil as a mastermind.
I'm not looking for your approval. Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. Humanity needs a leader who's looking out for them. From now on, I'm doing things my way, whether you agree or not.
Don't turn your back on me, Shepard. I made you. I brought you back from the dead.
Joker, lose this channel.
You didn't make me. You brought me back from the dead, but you didn't make me. I made me. And you can't take that from me. All you did was fund my operation. All hail Megatron. No, Megatron is a lunatic. Return to the Reapers so he didn't have to stress smoke. Everybody lives. I saved them all. Alright, so where do I feel like this game works? The narrative is extremely well told, the writing is fantastic, the characters feel alive. This game feels fantastic to play. It does have a couple of shortcomings. I will say the RPG elements are definitely weaker in this game. That said, this game was streamlined to make it much simpler to play, and in my opinion, I think focusing more on the shooter elements than the RPG elements helps. Particularly from a combat standpoint, the combat feels much snappier, much more reliable. Where it fails is certain abilities and special skills that you are encouraged to develop over the course of the game. AI hacking, disruptor ammo, overload. These abilities are pretty useless or weak in the final act of the game because there are no synthetic enemies for you to fight or take advantage of. I don't think that for all the people you had to recruit, you had to make enough choices on specialists and skill sets, because the game has a level of redundancy about it, with a lot of them being somewhat redundant in themselves. Like, Jack and Samara are basically both very biotic strong, they're biotic powerful, and they live on it. But you only really need one of them. However, every character except for Jacob Taylor is very well written. Jacob Taylor suffers from being bland and disinteresting. Miranda is human and interesting. Everything about her, even though she's a bitch to start out with, there's a reason behind that. Her behavior always has a reason behind what she's doing. Thane, he's an assassin, but he's not what you expected from an assassin. He can feel cold, dispassionate, and efficient, yes, but he's not inhuman in the sense that he is a person. He has things besides his assassinations that define him. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a person. He's dying from a terminal illness. There's layers and depth to him that make him so deep and interesting a character you can't help but love him. Garrus comes back and he's still who he was, but there's more to his story now. There's more to him as a person. He's grown, he's changed, and he's struggling. Zaid, Kasumi, everybody in your crew, in your team, is a very interesting character. And this game takes that to a deep level. Everybody has their own mission. Everybody has their own personal reasons for what they're doing. Everybody has a reason for why they've signed up with you. Everybody has their own personal motivations for assisting you. It's not just about you, it's also about them. This game does that so well. And that's the problem with so many games that I play nowadays. Fire Emblem Engage had this problem. And it was one of the reasons why I couldn't stand Fire Emblem Engage when it came to the story. The story existed to be a massive cliche, whilst all of the characters in the story suck the player's dick religiously because the player insert was written to be a god in their religion. And that made that game so hard for me to get into, and it felt like such contrived crap. At least in Fire Emblem Awakening, people loved you because you were a tactician who showed merit, skill, compassion, and care for their followers. You did have some flaws, although the game's story doesn't focus enough on those, but your character wasn't worshipped beyond imagining. This game doesn't do that with Shepard. Shepard has a reputation. Shepard isn't flawless. Shepard is rescued by other characters and his squad mates on multiple occasions. Shepard is the focal point catalyst that makes everyone better whilst also being a strong foundation for them. But Shepard isn't the be-all, end-all. It's Shepard and how he handles the people around him and brings them together. That's great storytelling. This game falls short in a couple of areas, but they don't really destroy the bad, they don't really destroy the overall experience. In many ways, they kind of show where the developers themselves either didn't necessarily have all the time in the world or weren't perfect in their execution. The other problem that I have is certain parts of the DLC. The Firewalker DLC, it has story elements, but you really have to look hard to find anything on them, because nothing is really invested in that. The game isn't really invested enough to give you a narrative. It just gives you missions to do, and that's it. The Arrival DLC should not have been paid DLC. That should have been a part of the game base. Why? Because of what happens in Mass Effect 3. Shepard is put on trial in the beginning of Mass Effect 3 for what happens in Arrival. Arrival is critical to understanding the opening to Mass Effect 3 and why the Batarians hate your guts in Mass Effect 3. Do not take out essential story elements. And I'm going to criticize Mass Effect 3 for that too later, because the developers did it again in Mass Effect 3. But it was because of EA demanding a lot of the marketing and microtransaction work with this game more than it was BioWare. I bring all this up because it should be noted where the game succeeds and where the game fails. This is one of the best storytelling experiences I've ever had in a video game. And it's because it's not afraid to create an imperfect universe with imperfect people pushing for their own motivations. Yes, the universe lives, breathes, and it functions, but it doesn't feel like everything just defaults to the player because the player shows up. Other influences fight against you because they don't always want to serve your interests. That's fine. That's actually how it should be. And I thank the original people who made this game, because this is one of the greatest experiences a gamer can have. From a combat standpoint, you've got lots of different classes. All of them work. All of them are viable. It's just a matter of how to put them to use. They cater to the different playstyles very well. For the most part, the weapons also manage to do that as well. There's a couple of stumbling points with some of the weaponry, and to me, heavy weapons feel very unnecessary. They're just something that's kind of there and you can occasionally have fun with, and they don't really serve a purpose outside of that, which is fine, I guess, but every other weapon serves a purpose and has a place in the arsenal. And that's kind of why I think heavy weapons always feel like an afterthought to me, and why you'll notice when I'm going through the whole game, I almost never bother to use them. It's because using heavy weapons isn't required. If you understand enough of the mechanics of the game, you will never need one. Mass Effect 3 understands this a little bit better, I think, in that it gives you weapons, and occasionally when it gives you those weapons, you can do whatever you want with those weapons. So, unfinished missions, relationships, DLC content, and galaxy exploration can be done after you complete the game. Or you can also import this character to another Mass Effect 2 playthrough with your current level and weapons, as well as bonus starting credits and resources. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be importing this character over to Mass Effect 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to check out my YouTube and Discord for anything related to me and to pick up on all my remaining streams. Next time we touch Mass Effect, we are going to touch Mass Effect 3 and end the trilogy. Have a great day, everybody. Also, Liz, fuck you.